lives one day at a time. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. They're here to get your day going fine. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio.
And here's your host, Miss Kim Robinson.
Do you have an upcoming event? Well, I encourage you to book Beyond Defense Family for an amazing experience. Beyond Defense is a talented group of men and women who have toured the world to display their talents of song and ministry. Did I forget to mention multi-award winners? They're your one-stop shop for making your event the best in the city. Book Beyond Defense today at beyonddefense.org. Click Menu, then Contact. Beyond Defense, your audience will thank you.
Blood Brothers, The Jewel, David Benton, Beyond a Fence in the building. This is what y'all want? Yeah, you gon' get it. It don't bother me, hey, no. It don't bother me, faking home. It don't bother me, unknown. It don't bother me, unknown. It don't bother me, hey, no. It don't bother me, faking home. It don't bother me, unknown. It don't bother me, unknown. I ain't worried about it. 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 13 years in the Fed and people let me for dead. Hit the weight, silent red, cause I'm a thoroughbred. Every word that I said, I kept. You slept on me, the government stepped on me. My homies just left on me. Nobody but mama dirt, daddy stressed, kids too. You would know what I've been through if you did a bit too. Don't think that you know me, cause we went to the same school. Showing you chain gang and B came a dang fool. I ain't cool, but still I don't blame you. I'm not the same dude. I'm winning, you can't lose. Never been gangster or thug, but I did pop a slug when I was selling drugs in the slum. On the east side of Knoxville, homies they got killed. Just because I'm not a killer don't mean that I'm not real. God told me my purpose, I was nervous and got chilled. Survivor, striving, that's why I'm not bothered. It don't bother me, hey, no. It don't bother me, faking home. It don't bother me, unknown. It don't bother me, unknown. It don't bother me, hey, no. It don't bother me, faking home. It don't bother me, unknown. It don't bother me, unknown. I ain't worried about it. 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 I got haters on haters. I got haters for haters. I trade haters for haters. They hated the haters. You ain't getting no papers. See you later to haters. Yes, I'm a protector. Yeshua, come save us. Y'all haters keep talking and talking and talking. More talking ain't gonna do nothing. You just keep on walking and walking. More talking ain't down for no sparking. Can't roll with the chosen, so you should go pocket. Oh, you really ain't about it. You just like the music. Get up out of the way, let the jewel go on and do it. This ain't a dream, I was put on a scene, feel a steam with a smack in my hand. You think you can judge me, this clay, this vessel, got soldier, this man? I stand on the rock and it's heavy and steady, that's right that I stand. I'm telling you fam, I ain't choosing to do this, so this all I got planned. No, I don't care what you talking about. Low-key capping what it be about. I hear the devil coming out your mind like no. Nah, we don't play cause we're from the side. Too blessed to be strapped, we don't even care what you talking about. It don't bother me, hey, no. It don't bother me, faking home. It don't bother me, unknown. It don't bother me, unknown. It don't bother me, hey, no. It don't bother me, faking home. It don't bother me, unknown. It don't bother me, unknown. I ain't worried about it. 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 I ain't worried about it.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Beyond the Radio.
Welcome to Beyond the Radio. And you better be smiling.
Beyond the fences in the building.
Hey. Welcome. Yes. Welcome to a wonderful night. Yes. Welcome right here on Beyond the Radio. This is your main man, David Benton, and I am in the building. And you know I'm smiling. That's right. Shout out to Elation family. We love you. Shout out to the Beyond the Fence family. Right here on Beyond the Radio, you know how we do it every week. We thank you. We don't take it for granted. Everyone who listens to us, we do not take it for granted. We are so appreciative. And when I say that, I mean we are from the heart when we say it. We thank God for you. And we thank you for you. Because it takes you to come in and say, you know what, I'm going to take my time out and listen to Beyond the Radio right here on the awesome station right here on the Elation Network. Yes. And we're going to get straight to it because, you know, the hype these past few weeks, we've really been going in. It's been a heavy teaching, and we hope everybody have been enjoying themselves. I know I've been enjoying myself, and even like a couple of weeks ago, we didn't even have a radio segment because we was going in so hard with the topic. That's right. I told you we love to have fun. We love to make you smile, but we also want you to grow. We want you to be a better version of yourself every day. That's right. If you ain't growing, then it's not even a point in listening. If you ain't having the intent to become a better version of yourself, that's right. Because that's what is important, that you become a better person every day. That's right. So let's get to it. Shay Samuels, are you in the building?
Shay Samuels is in the building. Yes, I'm here.
Hey.
Yes, I'm in the building. I appreciate it, Elation. Yeah, I appreciate that introduction. Thank you so much, David. And shout out to the Elation family as always. Shout out to the Elation family. Jay? Yes, I am smiling, David Benson. Yes, I'm smiling.
I know it's Corona season. Today, Shay, but y'all know I just had to check. The temperature, make sure you were smiling.
I'm smiling, David Benson. I am smiling again. Shout out to the Elation family.
Oh, Shay, I am so ready for tonight's show. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm excited about the topics that we've been having, and you know, for the few people that I do know that have been listening, they've been very blessed by it. So I'm excited. I'm excited about tonight's topic as well.
I'm excited as well. So talk to us. Tell us how your week has been.
Oh, the week has been great. I did want to give a great big shout out to Tamara, Dr. T.O.D., Tamara Bennett, out of Philadelphia, PA, who hosted her phenomenal Sexy Sisters seminar today, and I got a chance to be part of the panelists once again. So for any new business entrepreneur or company who is growing, definitely want to take a look into that young lady's platform. But I had a chance to do that today. And, of course, you know, we recorded this weekend, so I'm excited about the new EP to come. So I'm excited about that. So, yes, it's been a very productive week.
Oh, yeah, shout out to the Red Room. Well, you've been recording on the Red Room too, right? Red Room. We got some Red Room
Friday
coming.
Was the Red Room. Yes, Friday was the Red Room. And you guys want to catch the episode. David Benton finally got a chance to be a guest on the Red Room. And so you will see
that amazing interview along with us and Pete. We had fun doing that.
We had a ball. Now, Shay, speaking of the Red Room now, I mean, I don't understand, man. We recorded it like 12 years ago. Why the show have not come out? Why my part ain't came out, Shay? I want to know.
Well, just like any season of a show, we tape ahead of time. So there are episodes that come out in seasons. So what we taped was for seasons coming up, and it's not like a taping where it's taped and then it comes out the week after. So there's still episodes from almost August that are just coming up. So it's taped in seasons. So with the pandemic, we just found an opportunity to tape virtually, remotely, and it seems to be working out. So your episode will come. Patience, Daniel.
I had a ball. I did have a ball. So shout out to the Red Room family. That was awesome. And shout out to you, Jay, because you really do a good job on the Red Room. And y'all should really check the Red Room out. It's really awesome. You did an amazing job, and I appreciate you for allowing me to come on that platform as well. So I definitely thank you.
I want to challenge you, though, because, and I appreciate that, but I want to challenge you because a couple of years ago, speaking of, yes, we work well as a team, but speaking of a couple of years ago, David Benton and Shay Samuel started a little, TV escapade ourselves. What's going to happen with He Said, She Said? David Benton?
Well, due to the it's the pandemic. Yeah, the pandemic fault, Jay. That's what happened. Okay. The pandemic fault. That's right. If it wasn't for COVID-19, a.k.a. the coronavirus, a.k.a. the pandemic episodes, a.k.a. 2020 sucks, I'll tell you, if it wasn't for that, hey, we'll be shooting right now. But now, 2021, you can bank on it.
Okay.
Now,
well, you guys heard it here on the radio. You guys heard it here on Beyond the Radio.
Now we're gonna shoot episodes in 2021. Now I don't know if we're gonna actually come out in 2021. But we're going to shoot episodes in 2021 with the intent to come out in 2021. But just in case, it just might come out 2022. I'm just saying.
Well, I definitely am excited about it, and I want you guys to all be excited about it as well. Because like we always say, Beyond the Fence is always growing. So, again, we just thank y'all for staying tuned in and supporting everything that we do.
Yes, and please, right here on the Elation Network, there are so many awesome people who have other radio shows, blogs, podcasts. When I say y'all should really stay tuned and just come on here, man. It's very awesome and amazing people, and they really love you, and they have high concern for people, and they really want a life. It's all about having a change of heart and a life change, and that's the expectation right here on the NBC, this whole network. Full of awesome and amazing men and women of God, and I really appreciate them. So y'all also come on the Elation Network and just have fun with it. Plenty of music. Oh man, just you're gonna get prayed for. You can call in. It man, shout out to everyone. To Michelle and her husband, to Ernest and. Oh, man, my main man, DeAndre, Ivory, oh, man, funny, hilarious. Check these people out and be blessed. So I just had to, give them a shout-out because it's important, Jay.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. The whole family is just amazing as a whole. And I'm just grateful. We are grateful as a family as well to be a part of it, to be connected.
Yeah, so Shay, you want to start this topic off because we have a wonderful topic. Do you want to start this topic off?
It would be my honor. So if you've been tuning in for the last couple of weeks, you know that we've been talking and asking the question, does going to church make you a good person? And like David said, for the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about it to the point where we weren't even able to do a music break the first week. And so it's been an amazing topic, and we're going to keep that topic going. So this week we are going to be talking about salvation. You know, David, there's so many times, even, when I was going into the four walls every Sunday, I would hear people come in, even in my family, I would hear people come to someone and talk about some of their troubles, or, if someone was judgmental about something that person was wearing in the family or something like that. Maybe somebody cussed a lot. I don't know. But what I would hear, the favorite saying would always be, you need Jesus. they would always say, I wish I could do it in like my David Benton voice, when you imitate somebody, but it's like, you need Jesus. Can you do that for me?
Well, it depends, because, people do need, they don't say Jesus, they say Jesus. You need Jesus. They put the V in it. Jesus, Jesus. and it's always the lady, named Margaret. Margaret, Sister Margaret always it's a Sister Margaret in everybody's church. She about 87, 92.
I have an aunt
something
Margaret.
Like that. That's the point. And I bet she can sing Jesus, Jesus. And that's what she gonna say. You need Jesus.
Yeah, and so many people say that, and so I was questioning one day, you and I were talking about this, and I was just questioning one day, does salvation mean deliverance? So when you know that somebody's drinking, they're an alcoholic, and you're saying you need Jesus, and that person goes beyond the four walls and they feel because they actually got saved, they've gone to the altar and they've given their lives to Christ. And then what happens after that? And David, you said something so amazing earlier today. So guys, I can't wait for you to hear what he has to say. But I'm going to come out. What I love about this topic is that typically we have one scripture and we kind of branch off, but both of us have a scripture tonight that's really going to bless you guys overall. It's going to bless you guys. I'm going to come out of Romans 10, and I'm going to start at, what verse am I going to start at? I said I was going to start at 9, but I'm going to read from here. It's the world of faith that welcomes God to go to work and set things right for us. This is the core of our preaching. Say the welcoming word to God. Jesus is my master, embracing body and soul, God's work of doing in us what he did in raising Jesus from the dead. That's it. You're not doing anything. You're simply calling out for God, trusting him to do it for you. That's salvation. With your whole being, you embrace God setting things right, and then you say it right out loud. God has set everything right between him and me. And so I wanted to start there, although I'm going to read further up. And it seems, David, we really are going to have Bible study tonight, right? We really are going to have Bible study tonight. When I was reading that passage, and even when I was thinking about this topic, I was thinking about how it takes so much more. We always talk about faith without works. David, you gave a great example once before when we were talking about feeding the homeless. And I actually had a bit of a mind quarrel, if you will. I have a few friends that actually go out and they feed the homeless. They go out with bags of clothes. They go out sometimes with book bags. And these people really do love God. I remember when we were all going to church together, they kept asking, what more can we do? What can we do? Why can't we just go out and feed the homeless? In fact, there was one that said to me, I just want to go down the street to Cabo and just hug a broken person. And jokingly I said, but I was serious when I said it. I said, if you look around this room, there's probably about 3 broken people here that need a hug. Right? And,
right.
And, and so then I see them and they're out in the streets, and they take pictures of what they're doing, and they're out there feeding the homeless. And some people would say that is a really good deed, and it is. However, when when your life has changed and when you're in the process of transforming your mindset, we went into Romans 12:2 last week. Don't be conformed to the things of this world, but by the transforming and the renewal of your mind. Right? When you go down there, what's changing? When you actually go to the homeless to feed or to clothe, what's actually changing? Do you see the numbers of homeless people decreasing in the area that you go? Do you see them praying for one another? Are you teaching them when you go down there to be better at what they, a better self? I would love to see that there's maybe one or two homeless people that we go out to feed that are now coming in to help, and they're transforming their mind. So when we go in with this notion, and I'm going back to salvation, you're giving them salvation, right, David? You go down and you pray a prayer of salvation for the same person mostly all the time. Here's the barter. They know that if they accept it, they're going to get food. They're going to get clothes. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So, David, I'm going to go there. I'm really passionate about that topic in particular because at the end of the day, we have made salvation equal deliverance. And the reality, even in that example, is just it's become a barter. David, what do you have to say about that?
I will say this. I see salvation just like I see death. And what I mean is, don't nobody panic. I'm about to explain it. Okay. We see death as the end, while God see death as the beginning. See? So salvation, we look at it as the end, where God see that as the beginning. There's only a start. Mm-hmm. Like people feel, and not like the illustration you gave, like somebody can be an alcoholic, right? And then they say, okay, and people say, you need Jesus. I'm sorry, you need Jesus. Jesus. And they hear the song, right? And they be hyped, and they be like, yeah, I like that song, Jesus. And I received Jesus as my Lord and Savior, and I'm about to go up here and be bold because everybody done looked at me strange, and so I'm going to get up here because I'm tired of being an alcoholic. So they go up there, and they get on their knees, and they crying tears of joy. And they say, this is where my life's about to change. This is the end of the old me.
Yeah.
2 days later, they back drunk.
Yeah.
That's a reality. Because the taste never went out their mouth. But we'll look at them and say, well, they didn't want to change, which is absolutely untrue. You know what I'm saying? The taste was still there. So we have to understand that, all right, he's saved, but that doesn't mean he's safe. So now, here's the reality that we're all not understanding. Jesus said, pick up your cross and follow me, right? We're a representation of just that. So when we say pick up your cross and follow me, then we have to understand that to follow, you don't want to have a blind leading a blind. It's not to chastise. It's up to God to do the chastising because God said, God chastised though he loves, so they won't be condemned with the world. And what that means is when it comes to God, we have to understand we got to stop using God as a genie, like this genie God. God is so in love with us. Our free will dictates us. So watch this. When that alcoholic becomes saved, it's an awakening to where he has to go. It's an awakening. Now he have to realize that he was once blind. Now he see. Now he have a body around him that supports his imperfections. But he have to also be aware that there are people with the same type of imperfections, and some have different imperfections than him. Even though he may be an alcoholic, someone else may be a liar. Someone else may have a short temper, and it hinders others from moving forward. Some people may just be plain old hateful, and you just hate to be around those people. So everybody have imperfection, right? So now that this man is saved, he have to realize that he has an awakening, that he have a family around him. Now there's a support system. And when it comes to iron sharpening iron, we have to understand that a lot of us are wood. Because if you take the iron and hit the wood, it dulls the iron. But we have wood-like people around. So that's why we got to have iron-like minds to understand, okay, even though we all have strengths and weaknesses, we're going to focus on our strengths, put our strengths together so we can bind together as one and form a tight rope so we won't be stretched, pulled apart, and broken. Now, with this guy who's an alcoholic, this is when we be honest with him. Listen, we have imperfections as well. This don't mean that you're going to stop the alcohol today. But when that person, that being, continue to put himself around more positive influences, then eventually that person will realize the change that has to be made within themselves. And that's when being saved will be held more. It will count more. Because now it's up to that person to save another person. See, we're saving lives. God is using us to save lives. But he's not wanting us to be God like himself. Yeah. And that's what we're doing. We like pointing the finger, and looking down so we can put ourselves up. But we have to understand, to be saved, it's up to each one of us to pick up our cross and follow. Each one teach one. So this person, when you put yourself around more of influences, you are what you eat. It'll start rubbing off on you, and you'll start seeing value in other places. And I can speak for that as a person who used to smoke plenty of marijuana. One day I just said, man, this kind of sucks. I just don't feel like doing it no more, you know? And it took me to really just say, this is not what I choose to do. Not to degrade nobody or put no one down, but there was something that I had to make a conscious choice myself. And that's when salvation can start really working and really, going to a positive, in a positive direction in your life, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does. It does. It does. David, are we going to a music break, or are we going to just go right through?
I mean, well, we got a couple of minutes, because you know me, I go left. I just go all the way to the left. Not 11. So you know it's serious when somebody say 11. If you say 11, I can go all the way to 11. It's different from saying 11. 11, that's when it's real. That's when it's serious.
I will say, just going back to Romans 10. Romans 10:10 says, "Dear brothers and sisters, the longing of my heart and my prayer to God is for the people of Israel to be saved. I know what enthusiasm they had for God, but it was misdirected zeal." And I want to stop there because we are going to go to a music break since you said that. But I'm going to stop there. If you're just tuning in, I want you guys to know that we are talking about salvation and deliverance. And David actually had a great topic for this, an actual topic for it. But the reason I chose this topic today is because we've been talking about going to church. Does going to church make you a good person? And so for some reason, we have this misguided direction that because we are behind the four walls, that we are good and that we are saved. And because of that, there are a lot of broken people coming into the four walls, but they're coming out even more broken. And so these topics are to help each person that's listening, including ourselves, because we're learning from it, each person who's listening to be able to identify with that. And really, as a person who might be the judger or the person who may be leading people astray, to hear this and to identify with it and to be transformed in your mind as well. So we're going to go ahead and go to a music break. And when we come back, we'll continue with the topic and give a shout out to our sponsors.
We just love you. That's all. We just love you. That's all it is. We just love y'all people. But it's time to go to the music. Where the music at? Where the music at? Where the music at? Where the music? Where the music? Where the music at? Where the music at? I'm gonna have to do a remix for this one, Shay. Where the music? Yeah. Be on the fence.
Wake up.
You know? You ever been dreaming?
Wake up.
It just felt so real.
Wake up.
I just want to stay in the dream, you know?
David, wake up.
Yeah, he want to rest in peace. He don't want to rest in pieces. And you wonder why he gave his life to Jesus. Ride with a Glock 9, vest on, bought his first kilo. It was stepped on. Police took his re-up, now he down to an 8-ball. Stressed out, smoking the weed, drinking on 8 balls. 19 years old, throwing them gang signs. Wrong frame of mind, trying to stay in line. Mama preached to him, he didn't listen. Said the way that he living, he headed to prison. Thought she was tripping, this ain't the old days. Single mother can understand at an old age. Yeah, Liddy cop more yay. Chopped the brick up, then split it 4 ways. Took 4 days, he about to grind. Wake up, count time. He was just dreaming. Dreaming. He was just dreaming. He was just dreaming. He was just dreaming. Dreaming. He was just dreaming. He was just dreaming. Sunday morning, breakfast in bed. Orange juice, toast, steaks, and eggs. Kids jumping on the bed. Daddy wake up, thanking God for a pretty wife, gorgeous without the makeup. Pretty brown eyes, Holly Berry cut. Valentine's Day every day, he love her very much. Picnic at the park, take a walk, and they hold hands. Thanking God for the inner child, sitting on this grown man. It's time for church, mama told and she preaching. Plus he curious to see all the souls she be reaching. Kids being bad, play fighting in the back. Told him sit down, clean the act. But daddy had to come and teach him. Huge smile on his face, he don't want them to see it. They just some awesome little children, he just can't believe it. It is a wonderful day, he like, thank you Jesus. Wake up, count time, cause he was just dreaming. Dreaming. He was just dreaming. He was just dreaming. He was just dreaming. Dreaming. He was just dreaming. He was just dreaming. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. This world is out of control. Wake up, get your blessing, you deserve it. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. This world is out of control. Wake up, get your blessing, you deserve it. He was just dreaming. You are so,
extraordinary in
You're
all
so
your ways.
much more.
Let your light shine.
Your words. Girl, you're so beautiful, 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 beautiful. Girl, you are so beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Everything. He gave you the pearls, the fur, the diamond necklace, and the ring.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Beyond the Radio.
Welcome to Beyond the Radio, and you better be smiling.
Beyond the fences in the building.
Welcome back to Beyond the Radio with your host, your main man, David Benton, and your co-host, Shay Samuels. We're excited to have you tuned in today. We have a hot topic. We've been talking a lot of hot topics these last couple of weeks, but tonight we are talking about the salvation. Does it actually add up to deliverance? You'll be hearing more about that. First, we want to give a shout out to our sponsors. Our first sponsor is Paula G, Voice Lady Wisdom After Midnight. You guys heard her at the beginning of the broadcast, that amazing commercial, that Beyond the Fence amazing commercial that you heard. Yep, that's Paula G, Voice Lady Wisdom After Midnight. If you are looking for a voiceover, I don't care if you are writing a book and you want to turn it into audio, if you're looking for some sort of commercial, if you have a commercial and you want to rebrand that commercial, Paula G, Voice Lady Wisdom After Midnight is the person for you. Give her a shout out. Let her know Beyond the Fence sent you. Visit her website at paulagvoice.com. Also, we have Soul Sisters Naturals. Go ahead and locate them on Facebook at Soul Sisters. That's SISTAHS Sisters. Sisters. Soul Sisters Naturals.
How you spell souls?
Soul, SOUL. I have to spell the sisters because it's SISTAHS. That was a tongue twister tonight.
Some people spell souls SOLS, so that's why I said it.
SOLS. Okay. Well, thank you for letting me know that. So, yes, Souls, SOULS. So that's Soul Sisters. It's a tongue twister tonight, but please locate them on Facebook. You guys have been showing them so much love. If you're looking for body butters, incense, if you're looking for body oils, oh, my God, I've been using even the bath supplies for some months now and hair supplies, and it really, really, really does me some justice. And it's actually sensitive enough where I can use it on my granddaughter as well, so that says a lot. I wasn't the type of person to actually put an incense in the house, but there's an amazing scent that she has, some amazing scents. And so go ahead and look them up on Facebook. Subscribe to the page and make sure that you let her know that Beyond the Fence sent you. We also have Tess hair braiding. Ladies, I keep saying it. We're still in the pandemic. I've worn my first faux locks a few months ago, and it is my favorite hairstyle yet. So if you're looking to get your hair done in this pandemic, Test Hair Braiding at 5910 Kirkwood Highway, Wilmington, Delaware. Make sure you let them know that Beyond the Fence sent you. And last but not least, our expansion business. David, can I get a drum roll?
Go ahead.
You weren't on mute this time, so I got the drum roll. Let's Talk Business Consulting Strategy Coaching Group. We are in the building. We're always building leaders, not just on radio on Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but Monday through Sunday, we are expanding businesses. We're strategizing businesses, and we are coaching you through. So if you are a new business or if you have an existing business and you are looking for something new, let's talk business. Email us at aboutbuildingleaders@gmail.com, and we will get you right. David Benton, back to you.
All right. So, you know what? I I want to get back. I want to get back to what you was talking about earlier about the homeless, Shay.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to give the importance of once we're saved, right? So understand that once we're saved, now it's time for you to put on your cape. Now you got to put on your cape because now it's more. You have more responsibility because you're held more accountable now. So it's like once we go and because I always go and give to the the less fortunate and the homeless and I'm gonna tell you what really grieves me, Shay. Men and women of God, kings and queens, I gotta tell you just the truth. We would go and we would spend our own money. No one would donate none of this. This would come out of our pockets. And it was a shame that some of the guys and some of the men and women they would bring it up like, let's go help the homeless. But you know what? They wouldn't even put in the money. It would be more of myself and a couple of other people from my family, my immediate family, and we would really come in from our pocket. Even my mom would help make hundreds of sandwiches, and she would donate. And I didn't like that, to be honest. And we would go down there and we would just serve the homeless. And my heart would just be down there more for the children that I seen. But a lot of them we was enabling. A lot of them did not care. A lot of them were not thankful, grateful at all. So I started saying to myself, you know what? The next time I do this, I'm going to take this opportunity not to be an enabler. How can I actually really save them, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's like, all right. Now, I remember I told a guy, and he came and I had some pizza. He was like, man, give me a couple of slices of pizza. I said, well, actually, let me talk to you before I give you this slice of pizza. I said, are you really homeless? He said, man, I don't have nowhere to go, nowhere to live. I don't got no. I said, well, do you want to get out this situation? Man, I'll do anything, get out this situation. I said, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I see you got a cell phone. Give me your number, and we're going to go get you an ID. And no, I asked him, do you have an ID? He said, no. I said, okay, well, we'll do. Give me your phone number. We're going to go get you an ID, and I'm going to help you get a job. He didn't want that pizza after that because now he's being held accountable. Now he has to be responsible. And what I noticed, a lot of them, we were enabling. We wasn't helping them. We was more hurting them.
Yes.
And me, I really wanted to see change. I really want the homeless to not be homeless anymore. You know, they don't have to. They could be home full. They don't have to be homeless. They could be home full if they make a conscious decision. And what I realize is a lot of them did not want the help. So it's not bad for me saying, you know what, I'm not going to do that like I was doing it. I'm only going to help those who want to help themselves. So when I started going down there, it would be more of a thing to where it's like, well, look, if you really want this help, if you really want this food, you're going to have to really, I want to see you want to help yourself, because you really should not want to be helped by us with this food. You should want to be helped so you can buy your own food. You should really hate this, that you feeling that you have to survive through our hard work. Because it gets to a point to where you realize that's just being selfish. If you just expect me to work this hard and just come and just supply all your needs, that's selfish. And something came to me, Shay. Something came to me, men and women of God, kings and queens of the world. I'm telling y'all, something came to me. And I realized that's how we do with God. We want God to just enable us. I'm saved, so now, God, you owe me. God, is what you said now, so you owe me. You said I'm highly favored and I'm blessed. My cup shaketh over and runneth over. My house is going to be full. Lord, I prayed 27 times today. You owe me. So you should give it. I just gave $3,000 to the church so I'm supposed to get $6,000 back. And then we will sit up there and have people saying, well, look, you need Jesus. You need to be saved. And we know the reality is there has to be a change within themselves in order for them to be saved. To be saved, you had to come outside of your own selfishness. To be saved, you had to come outside of you. That's deliverance. Yes, when we say you need Jesus, we're saying you need the teachings of Jesus. You need to follow the example of Jesus. But we're so busy looking on the outskirts of things instead of looking at what really needs to be done. So, yeah, you might be doing your good deed, going down there. You're declining economically, and they're inclining only momentarily to go right back down the drain because they're not building. You're not help. I realized I wasn't helping them at all because they're in the same situation, and the majority of them are comfortable in that situation. But then we have people who are coming, and they say they go down there, and it takes boldness to go down there to the pulpit, get on their knees, and accept Christ, their Lord and Savior, and they say, I'm saved. We have to look at them as that homeless person who wants the help. Now that they want the help, how we collectively as a body going to love on this being, support this being, help this being, teach this being to become a better version of self. Because a lot of times we feel that, I saw brothers say, man, we're just going to pray for the street. We're going to pray on the street. And I was like, man, what is this doing for the people? Well, see, brother, you got to get out that mindset. No, you need to get out that mindset. Because why are you praying for the street? You praying for the street. What is the street going to do? Man, there's crimes on the street every day. Crimes on the street every day. It's the people, not the street. The people got to change their mindset. The street can do nothing for them. The street can do nothing for them. Man, we got to pray because these guns. The guns ain't human. It's the person with the gun. So you got to put your prayer into action. You got to be their prayer. So when people coming to be saved, understand that we are the ones that put in that work for them. But a lot of us are lazy, and we decide pray for you versus then let me be a part of your life. Follow me. Because there's work to be put in. What do you think about that, Shay? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do. I do want to go back to when you were saying that, the person can be angry with God because God is making all these promises. And here's the reality. The reality is that the people are making the promises on behalf of God. And there are people, there are scriptures in the Bible where God says, talks about the riches and the gold and all that being in heaven. And but when people come on, and I'm thinking about real life experiences where I've heard people literally say, God will change your life if you give your life over to Jesus. This is what it's like going back again to the homeless. If you give your life to Jesus, you're going to get this sandwich. And that's what I was saying earlier about the barter. So we set the bar so high for people who are coming in as believers. We set the bar high. And so then when things don't look the way that they should within that 24 hours, David, that's where the whole we treat God like a genie comes in. When it doesn't happen within that 24 hours, if you get Jesus, you're going to be healed almost immediately. And so that person is giving their lives to Christ off of a condition that was promised to them by man. Ephesians 2, I think Ephesians 2:9-8 says, God saved you by his grace when you believed, and you can't take credit for this. It is a gift from God. Salvation is not a reward for the good things we have done. So none of us can boast about it, for we are God's masterpiece. He was created us anew in Christ Jesus so we can do the good things he planned for us long ago. And so we're not giving them the truth. David, you read a scripture earlier today that was so tied into this. And here's the thing.
That's why I didn't even do it, Shay.
Okay.
I love this topic so much that I want to do the same topic with a whole different scripture
Okay,
because
gotcha.
it'll make more sense.
Gotcha. So if we were to tell people right up front, if we were to say, you need to give your life to Christ. If we were to say that and say, this is Romans 12:2, you have to be transformed and renewed in your mind. You literally have to work your faith. Faith without work is dead. If we told all of the messy stuff that has to come out of us first before we even get the reward, how many people do you think will actually accept salvation? How many people do you believe would actually go to the altar willingly, not thinking that 24 hours from now my life is going to be changed? There would be very few. There would be very few. Why? Because everyone wants a promise of hope. But the word is hope. So when you give them the word and you start teaching them the proper way, yes, just like anything. David, when you were talking earlier, I thought about someone enlisting in the Army. Why is it that someone can enlist in an army and they know that they're going to go into some form of battle and ridicule? They know what they're going to get when they enlist into the army. There's no fluff there. There's no fluff.
They don't even lie to them. Man, you risking your life. We ain't gonna lie to you. You risking your life, but hey, man, we need you to fight for your country, and they give you a reason of the importance of fighting for the country and the value. And people still go enlist knowing that their life is at risk.
Yes. And not only that, but when they get there, they have the support necessary. Before they go, and I know that there's a lot of people who have been turned away, younger kids, because when they take this mental capacity test, some people fail it, not even realizing that they're going through this mental challenge. They go in with the right intent to actually enlist in the Army. They get a mental challenge test, and if they fail that test, they can't enlist.
Right.
So why is it that when we are out recruiting, quote unquote, for believers, or to, give someone, and we can't give it, I just read it, only God can do that, it's God's gift. We can't take the credit for that. But when we're out there giving the information, why can't we be like the military? Why can't we be like the Army, where we give people the truth and they still want to enlist knowing the truth? Then the second half of that, David, is once they go in, they have a clear support system. They have a range of people that would equal up to our ushers, our bishops, our pastors, teachers, evangelists, the apostles. Yes. They have sergeants. They have lieutenants. They have, you get what I'm saying? And so they have all these people who are guarding them, who's teaching them, who's testing them, who's putting them through every trial and obstacle they're going to go through in real life.
Yes. And you know what's beautiful about that, Shay? Do you know what's beautiful about that? Mm-hmm. That when you get into these military services, that you're risking your life, your one life, to save many lives.
Yes.
And that's what we have to understand. You know what I'm saying? Like when we come and we sit up there and people say, well, be saved immediately. You be saved, the Lord will change your life. What we have to understand is God is not just sending magical powers and explode in somebody's brain, and then they just have an epiphany, like, you know what, I'm changing, and all the things just wiped clean, and they don't have the lust of this, the lust of that, the lust of this, and they're just going to be just so Christ-like. No, they're going to fight. They're going to still have to fight. They still have to fight with their flesh. But what we can do is say, listen, through Christ you can be saved. Why? Because you have people just like us who love you, who have imperfections as well. Why? Because you have these teachings who have morals, principles, and values that you can go by. Let me tell you why. Because we're going to tell you what will happen, and if you continue to do this, and you got to make a decision yourself. Is this how you want your life to continue? Only you can do it. And I know we'll say, well, we can't do it within ourselves. Well, actually, you're going to have to make a decision. And with the strength of the scriptures that you're learning, if you trust it and believe it, then you still have to make a conscious decision. And we run away from those facts. We run away from the truth. Say, you know what? I have to be the one to change. I have to be the one to change. If God telling you that you can trample over snakes and scorpions, say you're going to be the one to do it. God didn't say I'm going to do it for you. No. If you really believe faith without works is dead, we can't contradict everything. It's a contradiction then. Because he said, I'll show you my faith by my works. So you must put the work in. Why? Because the renewing of your mind. That means your mind is going to be new again. Re means again. That's a prefix. So if you're going to have a renewed mind, your mind is going to be new. When you was a baby, there was a new mind, new brain, and it developed more and more and more. And the more your brain grew, the more you went through life, the more your senses developed, the more your memory developed, because now you have went through something. We call it history. And you can learn from your history and your present to make a brighter future. That's just realistic. So when you sit up here and you have these scriptures and you showing a life of Christ, showing what he went through, then that is something to help the person develop the capacity of change. It gives them hope, because that's what faith is, y'all. It's just things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. It's a hope. It's not just that's what it is. It's a hope. You're hoping. You have a hope for it, a high hope. That's faith. Things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. So when you have hope, that's all we have. That's our faith. We can't see it, but you know what? We trust it. We believe that it's going to happen. Let me tell you why. Because you're going to make it happen. Let me tell you why. Because you're made in his image and his likeness. God have done his job. And guess what God did? Created you through your parents. God did God's job. Let's stop being enablers. That's what we're doing. God is meant to be used, not misused. And we just think God owes us so much. God is going to do it. Stop taking the power away from you. You have to have responsibility. And when I say responsibility, I always say this. If you break down the word responsibility is the ability to respond. You have the ability to respond yourself. We got to stop acting like we're incapable of responding to the call. The Bible are good and great, beautiful directions so you can follow a path of righteousness. Thing is, do you believe in yourself enough to actually put in the work? And we're just lazy, and we got to get out that laziness and really just focus on becoming a better version of yourself and really just going forth. Just do it. And it's not easy. God done God's job. You're made in his image, his likeness. He created the world. Now you got to create your world. Let me tell you why. Because you're the creator of your world. When you think it, it manifests. Let me tell you why. Because when you think it, you put that thought into action. And when them actions become habits, and them habits become your character, and your character, that becomes your destination. I thought about selling drugs, and you know what? And I started selling drugs. And you know what? The drugs got me a lot of money. So I kept selling drugs. And you know what? I became known as a drug dealer. That was the character. And because I was known as a drug dealer, my destination became prison. Let me tell you why. It started from that thought of even selling drugs. So it all starts in our minds. And when you decide to make a change, I promise you change gonna come. So I just want to tell everybody I love you. Shout out to the Elation family. We thank you. Come back next week because we're going to continue with this topic. Hey, Shay, we got to say goodbye to our wonderful friends.
We love you, Relations family. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And make sure you tune in for part 2.
So where the music
Come back to part 2, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next Sunday.
Where the music at? Where the music at? Where the music
boy
at?
David Benton. Hey, yo, Shay. It's time to go beyond the fence. Life is so good. It's so good. Yeah. A merry heart do it good like a medicine, but a broken spirit drives the bones, you know. Yeah.
The world's greatest DJ. It's about 8 in the morning, I'm just waking up. Got the Folgers on brew, about to fill my cup. While I'm looking out the window, as the sun come up, I'm good. It's about 8 in the morning, I'm just waking up. Got the Folgers on brew, about to fill my cup. While I'm looking out the window, as the sun come up, I'm good. I'm about to get my day started. Off to work, about to make some dollars. If only you knew what I've been through, you would smile and say that I'm good. I got a good job, I'm good. And my bills are paid, I'm good. And my family's good, my health is good. I thank God that I'm good. I got a good job, I'm good. And my bills are paid, I'm good. I got food on the table, I know that He's able. Thank God I'm good. God, I'm good. I thank God I'm good.
Life is so good.
I thank God I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You are magnificent, great. You're feeling this hate, but we're ignorant grace. So intimate place, your heart of innocence make a life different break. This whole sin and the sinning, cause the enemy hate. You are the sun, stars, and the moon. You are the beam of light when it's dark in the room. When I depart from the womb, you're the air that I breathe. Always there when I need you, preparing for peace. You're so good.
I got a good job, I'm good. And my bills are paid, I'm good. And my family's good, my health is good. I thank God that I'm good. I got a good job, I'm good. And my bills are paid, I'm good. I got food on the table, I know that He's able. Thank God I'm good. I got a good job, I'm good. And my bills are paid, I'm good. And my family's good, my health is good. I thank God that I'm